In the beginning, there was nothing but darkness. But then, out of the darkness, there came a whisper, a voice so powerful that it could move mountains and stir the seas. It was the voice of God. With his words, God spoke into existence the heavens and the earth. He said, "Let there be light," and suddenly, the darkness was chased away by the brilliance of the sun, the moon, and the stars. Day and night were born, dancing together in a never-ending cycle. Next, God turned his attention to the earth. He said, "Let the waters be separated," and the seas gathered together while the dry land appeared. He adorned the land with mountains, valleys, and plains, each one a masterpiece of his creation. Then, God filled the earth with life. He spoke into existence the plants and trees, each one bursting forth with vibrant colors and delicious fruits. He populated the oceans with creatures of every shape and size, from the tiniest fish to the mightiest whale. He covered the land with animals of all kinds, from the swift cheetah to the majestic elephant. But God wasn't finished yet. With his hands, he crafted something truly special, a being in his own image. This being he called man, and he breathed into him the breath of life. Man opened his eyes and looked upon the world with wonder, amazed by the beauty that surrounded him. Yet, God saw that man was alone. And so, from the rib of man, he created a companion for him, a woman named Eve. Together, they walked hand in hand through the Garden of Eden, marveling at the splendor of God's creation. And on the seventh day, God rested, looking upon all that he had made and declaring it good. God had created Adam and Eve. They were the first people on earth. They lived in a beautiful garden, called Eden, created by the God for them. The garden was filled with all kinds of wonderful plants and animals, and Adam and Eve spent their days exploring the garden, laughing, and playing together. God had only one rule for them: they could eat from any tree in the garden except for one, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. God warned them that if they ate from that tree, they would know things they weren't meant to know. For a while, Adam and Eve followed God's rule and lived happily in the garden. But one day, a sneaky serpent came along. The serpent whispered lies to Eve, telling her that if she ate from the forbidden tree, she would become very wise. Eve started to believe the serpent's words, and she picked a fruit from the forbidden tree and took a bite. Then she offered some to Adam, and he ate it too. As soon as they ate the fruit, they felt different. They suddenly realized they were naked, and they felt ashamed. They tried to hide from God among the trees of the garden. But God knew what had happened. He was sad that Adam and Eve had disobeyed him, but he still loved them very much. He gently asked them why they had eaten from the forbidden tree. Adam and Eve admitted what they had done, and they felt sorry. God forgave them, but told them to leave the Garden of Eden, and promised them that he will always be with them. So, Adam and Eve left the garden, holding hands, learning from their mistakes, but they were confident that no matter what happened, God would always love them and take care of them.